Yes, nothing changes the course of true greatness. It will happen regardless the adversity. Starting on a very motivated note, because that is exactly what we set out to do. Each time we come in front of the camera, we want to entertain you, motivate you as much as we can, and also serve you some bit of education. The show is Family Platform. My name is Matt, and Chooks is also in the studio. It is a loaded package from Rema shutting the O2 Arena, and from one guy somewhere coming to work on a rope in Lagos, and a lot other stories making the rounds as far as the world of entertainment and lifestyle is concerned. First, let's have you the glees, and when we return, Chooks is in the studio looking as elegant as always. Yes, welcome back. That was Rema shutting down the O2 Arena. It was a beauty to behold. Young artists who also gave credit, gave three more like plenty of accolades to Burna Boy. He said Burna Boy brought him on that stage for the very first time when Burna Boy had his concert there just a couple of years back. And he was also able to replicate said. Congratulations to Rema. The young man keep making Nigeria and Africa very, very proud. Although he wasn't nominated for the Grammy. Chooks is here. Chooks, welcome.
Thank you, Matthew. He wasn't nominated for the Grammy.
Yes.
Well, whether or not he was nominated for the Grammy, the young man keeps blazing the trail.
Absolutely.
He keeps doing well. I mean, look, that guy is just in a world of his own right now.
He's an absolute... So,
nomination or not, guy, just
keep doing well. Yes, officially it is the worst trending segment. Let's start with this one. Several persons will call him an unknown man, but he has a name. He has a name he is one who has done this in several places around the world, and he brought it to Lagos, and he was able to wow many. Estonian Jan Rose, a slack rope liner, a Guinness World Record holder he walks on ropes. He was in Lagos in the course of the week, and within the bridge, a bridge in on Lagos Island that link the shores, he was able to walk across that distance. I'm unable to put words together to comprehend how he was able to do that. But it wasn't fiction. It was filmed live. People were down, they were looking at him, and he was waving the Nigerian flags. Let me also put this out there that he has done this in Qatar. He did this in the US. He has done it in the UK. He has done this in France and in few other places in the world. And this time around, he said he wants to come to Nigeria, and he was able to shatter another record.
Wow.
Slack rope liner. He walks on rope.
Man, when I saw it, honestly, I had goosebumps all
over me.
Because I knew it was real.
Yes.
I knew it was real.
Yeah.
I had goosebumps all over. And my head was just getting bigger and smaller, bigger and smaller. I was like, what is this guy doing?
Yes.
If at some point I couldn't continue watching,
yes,
because I was so scared for him. But I think it takes a lot of practice
yeah,
to be able to do
what
that. He
yeah,
does. And I mean, holding a Guinness record isn't beans. So he must have been practicing and practicing and practicing. So he did well. He did well. It was life and it was real. So for those who think it was an act, it wasn't. It was real.
Wow, interesting. And away from that, let's also talk about this Fuji legend, Saheed Osupa. Yes, Saheed Osupa, right? He graduated, he's now a BSc holder, second class upper from the University of Ibadan.
Maybe that's the one they call 2-1.
Yes, now.
Oh, but really, I salute his courage.
Yes.
Some people would have felt, look, I've made all the money, what do I need education for, and all of that. And then, I mean, I'm too old for this. I really don't need this. But hey, he didn't bother with all the things that could have made him not pursue the BSc. And he went ahead. See, like we say here, it's doable. Just put your heart to it.
Yes.
And he said something that really made me laugh. He said, you don't buy certificates in Ibadan. So you can buy it in some of these public or private universities, rather.
Yes.
But in Ibadan, you simply tell you, look, I earned this.
I earned this. Wow.
I earned this.
I studied. It wasn't bought.
I studied.
Wow.
And kudos to him.
Wow, we're saying congratulations to him. Remember, he did an OND program somewhere in a polytechnic in Badon. I remember when he graduated with some of his colleagues, that was just 2-3 years ago. I remember we had our story also where he graduated, he was happy. And the young man, he didn't stop there.
He didn't stop there.
And he took it a notch further.
The old man,
I know the old man didn't stop there.
There is an old man. So all the people who think age is a barrier to getting a certificate, getting education, please change your mind.
Wow, that's an amazing one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one. A Nigerian man who traveled to the UK in the pretense of being persecuted in Nigeria for being gay. Got to the UK and hammered 3 women. They got pregnant, and now the police have arrested him and they said, you scammed us. The UK authority are saying you scammed us. But you said you were gay now, and we allowed you to our country because we accommodate all forms of shenanigans. But this time, how were you able to pregnate these 2 women and you have 3 kids now? What's going on? What's going on, my dear?
Oh my goodness.
This also.
Matthew, you would kill
Nigerians
me. See, the way you were just going about, I just couldn't help but laugh.
Nigerians will hustle this hustle. This hustle, we must all do this hustle.
You see, the thing is, it wasn't just that he lied to
the authorities.
Yeah. He started doing actual
scam, fraud. Yes.
So it was the actual fraud
he was arrested for.
He was arrested for. And then they now took him back to his
original fraud. Yes.
So sometimes where fraud will always beget fraud.
Yes.
So if you're a liar, you would continue you'd have to put another lie up to cover up the previous one, and like that, which is what happened to this young man. Now, you don't go about telling people you're gay when in fact you're a shooter. The guy was just busy shooting.
Yeah, was busy shooting.
He didn't even stick with the lady.
Absolutely, yes.
He just had them like that. And who does that?
Interesting.
Who does that? And Nigerians, we just, when it comes to when it comes to blazing the trail in good things, we're there.
And when it comes to the other side, we are also there.
We are also there, which makes us humans.
Absolutely. And still in the UK, this story for me is a no-no anywhere in the world, where a landlord was reported to have killed 2 of his tenants based on their refusal to pay his rent. And he has been arrested, and there are talks that they kept posting him, and when he got to a stage, there was an argument, and he brought out a gun, and that was just it.
No, I don't know. I'm not really sure that it was 2.
Yes.
He killed 3
people. 3 people,
One
yeah.
was his girlfriend.
Yes, 3 people, yeah.
And that the girl was found right in his room.
His room, yes.
And then the other 2 were found in a basement.
Basement, yes.
And he actually used a knife.
A knife to kill them, yeah.
He stabbed them. I think there was no struggle, so possibly it was in their sleep.
In their sleep, yes, yes.
And then he just takes himself to the station to say, look, I was stressed. I did something wrong. Guy, you were stressed. You did something horrible.
Horrible.
You murdered people.
Yes.
You were stressed and you did something bad. No. You didn't do something. You did something horrible. You murdered people.
Yes.
So don't come and go to police and say you were stressed.
But to be candid, what's this thing happening, especially in Europe?
Stressed.
Remember, just last week we took the story of the guy in the US that shot the father and a son because they had noise related issues in the same compound.
You see, I like when we talked, a couple of weeks ago about this thing happening. I think this one was trying to dust the record of the other guy.
Yes, it's true.
You killed 2, let me kill 3.
Kill 3, wow.
What's wrong with these people who say they are civilized?
I'm telling you.
What's civilized about taking lives? If a Nigerian is stressed, he will just take sniper and go quietly. He doesn't disturb others.
I'm telling you, take your, wow.
If you feel, you're stressed, and I think we're more civilized than this.
We're more, to some extent.
Yeah, because
if you see some of the bizarre things they do.
If I feel stressed, I'll just go look for one small...
No. Don't say that. Don't say that. You can never be stressed to that level of wanting to...
If you're stressed, please go and deal with your stress and stop killing
people. Wow.
And over what? They're owing you rent?
Interesting.
Then, okay, what about the girlfriend?
Some persons on social media are saying you should go to heaven and collect the rent, or go to hell and collect the rent from them. Whichever way he's able to meet them. And away from that, let's come back home and talk about a Nigerian. A young man named David on social media said, precisely on the X app, said he just got 200,000 from the dad, and his dad said he should start a viable business before the end of October. That he should start a business of zone. And the young man is asking Nigerians, what kind of business can he do, especially in this level time of inflation with 200K?
With 200K,
yes,
he can actually start something.
Yes,
he can start something. For instance, he can, if he has flair for cooking, he could start making meals in liters. Somebody just put it online. I make bowls of afang soup or ha soup, bitter leaf soup, and so on, jollof rice, and just make them. You put it out there. Do flyers, put it out there, and before you know it, you'll start getting clientele. Look, my son, he's a chef. He cooks. And people would come in and they just book online.
Yes.
He makes the thing for them and sends it to them. You don't need a whole lot of, money to start that particular one. And then he could go into
what about phone accessories? I was about going to that. Phone accessories.
It's not rocket science. You don't need plenty money.
Sure.
You don't need to learn so much, to put that together. And
don't you think that can also help him start a POS?
He could
operating
add a POS thing to it as well.
Add a POS thing to it.
So,
and I think there are so many things the young man can really do with 200K. And finally, on what's trending, let's talk about the controversy surrounding the purported death of one of Nigeria's music star, Oladip. Report has it in the course of the week that he had died. And before, on the 16th, other reports came out that he was alive, that was a stunt, and he was trying to promote his album, which came out on the 16th of this month. and you want to begin to ask, yes, it's still a developing stories. A lot might have changed even now that we are talking in the studio, but his close friends has tweeted about it, that he's alive, and it was more like a promo for his album. You begin to ask yourself, how low can we get for fame, for clout, and for the things of the world?
Well, the things of the world, let me take it from there now. If that was actually a stunt,
yes,
for promoting his
album,
then that's a crazy one.
Yeah.
It's a very, very stupid one. He just shot himself in the leg.
Yes.
You don't do that to yourself. He just wants to kill his career. You don't begin to use something as heavy, highly emotional as death.
Death. People were already paying tributes. People were writing stories and other stuff.
I even saw a video of him being, you know, they said he was dead. And I'm like, how's this young man's mother going to feel? How's his father going? I'm a parent, so I was already so agitated. So I was agitated for nothing, just because you want to sell some stupid music. No, it's not fair on Nigerians.
Wow.
These young people should just stop doing some silly things.
Absolutely,
Highly unacceptable.
The young man,
spiritual controls
the physical.
They don't know.
The young man has not, if it's true, the young man has done so much harm to himself.
He has.
He needs to go back on his knees and pray, go into some level of fasting, communicate with his pastors on, take some scriptural backings and call himself back, because this is no joke. This is no joke, to be candid, because in the realm of the spirit, things like this would have taken 10 years away from your life if you had been destined to live for another 50 or 20 or 30 years. I hope the young man will have himself sorted out. Well, that's all on what's trending. Not a good one if you ask me. And when we return, we'll serve you the quotable quote for the week, and when we return, it will be the health and nutrition segment. Chuks Sets.
So, welcome back, everyone. It's officially the food and nutrition segment. So we're looking at bitter leaf today. We're looking at its benefits and the beautiful things we can achieve with bitter leaf. So here are some of the benefits of bitter leaf. One, it boosts immune system, helps with weight loss, reduces inflammation, regulates blood sugar, lowers blood pressure, improves digestion, treats skin infection, fight against cancer, boosts liver health. The 10th one, treats respiratory infection.
Wow.
Now, need I add that bitter leaf too, when it comes to soup, a very fantastic soup. If you eat it like this, you will love it.
Yes. But some persons, when they use their bitter leaf for meals, for soup, they don't want to wash out that bitter taste. You still have a feel. I remember growing up, my mom sometimes would say, why is this bitter leaf still bitter in an egusi soup? And we say, no, that bitter taste, it adds something to the soup that you don't know. That go and eat it again. I say, but this thing is still bitter now.
The bitterness is the cocoa of the matter.
Wow.
That's where those nutrients are. That's where those antioxidants are. That's where those things that helps with your diabetic issues are. So if you wash them all off, you've lost all of it.
Wow, that's an amazing one from Chuks. I remember Chuks, when she says it, she understands what she's saying because she practices this thing week in, week out at home. We are also taking our song for the week, an amazing throwback song by Daria Talade. And when we return, this will be officially the inside segment for today. You want to stick around to know what we would be talking about.
Woke up one Sunday morning, I told my daddy I'm leaving home. I'm going off to the city tomorrow, even though I don't know where to go. Daddy said, son, don't be a fool, 'cause life in the city is unbelievable. You could get broken, oh, you're just a little share. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Pray I find my way. Oh, forgive me, Father, but I gotta take a chance. Oh, I'm already gone, so just pray for me. Hello, Daddy, how you doing? Hope Mama's doing okay. It's been 4 years and 11 months now. It was true.
Yes, you are welcome back. It is officially the inside segment of the show. The 14th of November every year happens to be the World Diabetes Day. All over the world, also in Nigeria, you heard seminars are being held, talks, lectures are being delivered on why we need to pay attention to our health as we celebrate or mark World Diabetes Day on the 14th of November annually, globally, also in Nigeria. And today we've decided to take our time to look at the significance of some of this lecture that is being delivered, and also the significance of the day itself, to create awareness that you need to check your sugar level, you need to live healthy, you need to eat appropriately. For those who happens to be diabetic, at least for old people, you happens to be privileged to have worked with the elderly, Chooks. Talk to us about some of the things that they need to abstain from, or even young people that they can do to prevent themselves or get to check their blood sugar regularly.
Yeah, get to check their blood sugar regularly. Matt, like you were saying, you said something about what brought about this particular date. I think it was actually the anniversary of the date of birth of the man who discovered insulin.
Insulin, yeah.
He was born, I think, on the 14th of November, some 19 something
like that. Yes.
You know, but that's where
the old it came from, yeah.
So, but moving away from that, now, like you rightly pointed out, I work with the elderly, and they are usually, a lot of them are prone to diabetes.
Yes.
So, but you see, you were saying something like what should they eat, what shouldn't they eat, and all of that. But you see, in medicine and in dieting,
yes,
we've moved from you're diabetic, don't eat this, don't eat that. We've actually moved from that. Now, what we put out there for those who are diabetic is, now, in portions, you can eat everything, but in portions. You can't take more than a fistful of amala. For instance, you want to eat amala. If you're diabetic, feel free. Not the time they were condemned to eating unripe plantain. Yeah. They will pound it, they will fry, they will fry it, they will roast it, they will boil it. It's just a life of unripe plantain. Now we've left that era. You could just do a fistful of amala with plenty of vegetable soup. Maybe for lunch, you could do lots of fruits. At night, just a small portion of rice. You know, so it's no longer. I actually worked with a 72-year-old man who had this very sweet tooth, and the daughters were like, "Please, Daddy shouldn't take cakes." The man loves cake, but hey, one small piece of cake, like a cube of it, won't kill him. And you now won't condemn the man to not enjoying the things he loves, all because he's diabetic at 74. So our forefathers didn't have all those problems because they were always there with their bitter leaf, they were always with their ugu, with their those natural things. But these days, we live on imported stuff most of the time. So we now find ourselves having all of these ailments rampant everywhere.
Wow.
So, but if we can just go back to the basics and begin to do more of vegetables and fruits, I think all of these things would be toned down.
Wow, interesting take from Chooks. I hope that definitely would have been able to help you learn a thing or two as we continue to commemorate, as we mark the 2023 World Diabetes Day. Chooks, it's been an amazing ride with you. That's the size of the show. Remember, we're already counting down to our holiday Christmas editions.
Oh yeah, we're counting down, and we're coming out with something explosive for the Christmas. Watch out.
Absolutely, watch out. That's the size of the show. We say appreciations to everyone who has also been a part of this production. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now.